Greetings, math fans. All right, so this is our Chapter 7A Yox bearing problems. It's worksheet 1, and everything is based on the Yox and the Ixoi, but it's all bearings. So let's get started here. All right, so we've got the Yox is at A, and the Ixoi is 35 kilometers due east of the Yox. So we're going to say this is A here, and this is 35. All right, the Yox walks at a bearing, so as soon as you see the word bearing, there we go, bearing line, whoop, 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 and we got 55 degrees, okay, to B. And then it says the Yox leaves B and walks at a bearing of 135. So we draw another dotted line there, and this is going to be, even though I'm going to mess up my picture a little bit, this is 135 degrees to meet the Ixoi. How exciting. How far is point A from point B? So we're looking for that X value there. So the deal is just, this is just like the note sheet I gave you. You basically, if this is 55 degrees here, right, that means this is 55 degrees here. These are alternate interior angles from parallel lines. And that's 135. So 180 minus 135 gives me this angle here. So that is going to be a 45 degree angle for that guy there. That means that whole angle, this whole thing here, is going to be 55 plus 45, which is 100 degrees. All right, and what else do we know here? Well, since this is an east-west line, do you guys agree that I know this angle right down here by A is 90 minus 55, or 35 degrees? So if I have to draw my picture again here, this is going to be 35 degrees, 100 degrees, and then, of course, 180 minus those two gives me 45 degrees. And this is 35 kilometers. And I want to find x. So it's easy. We use law of sines. 35 over sine of 100 equals x over sine of 45 degrees. Cross multiply and solve. You get x is equal to 25.1 kerfometers. Okay? Pretty easy. Number 2, Yox travels north on a ship. Yox sees the Ixoi on an island 75 miles away. So, first of all, he's traveling north. So, it's a north-south line, but he's starting here, right, in this point. And he sees the Ixoi on an island 35 miles away on a bearing of 15 degrees. So, bearing of 15 degrees. Okay, so here this is where the Ixoi is going to be. And, oh, by the way, this is 75 miles. All right. And then after traveling north, so he's now at this point here, he looks for the Ixoi again and notices that it is in a bearing of 110 degrees. So here's your bearing line again. And this is 110 degrees. And remember, it all forms a triangle, math fans. All right. And it says how far did the Yox travel between the two observation points? So you're looking for x. So this is actually pretty mellow. I already have the angle inside here. Oh, I didn't write that in. It's 15 degrees, right? And then this one's just really easy. This guy is just going to be 180 minus 110. So it's 70 degrees. And you got everything right now. So if I redraw my triangle, I have 15 degrees. This is 75, and I have this is 70 degrees. And then, of course, to figure out this one, I can do 180 minus 70 and 15, which gives me 95 degrees. And then I'm looking for x. Okay, and we just use law of sines again. 75 over sine of 70 equals x over sine of 95. Cross multiply, and we get x equals 79.5 miles. Okay, don't forget your units. All right, number 3. The Yox leaves point A and walks 17 miles on a bearing of south 30 degrees east. So we have our nice little bearing line here, and it's south 70, so you go down and then to the right. So if the Yox is leaving here, it's this way. That's going to be 30 degrees. And to point B, so this is B here. Then the Yox walks to point C, and so we're going to draw another bearing line here, because he's going now from this point, and he's walking north 40 east. So this is north 40 degrees east. Okay, and that's 7. So the first one was 17, and this is 7. So you're looking for And then it says, let's see, the ox wants to walk back to point A. How far is the ox from point A? So this is the line we're looking for. All right? And just got to put stuff together here, right? This is 30, and that means this is 30. Everybody agree with that? Because it's alternate interior angles from those two parallel lines. That means the whole angle is 30 plus 40, which is 70. All right, and that's it. That's all I need. It's not anything more difficult. So literally my picture then is this. This is 70 degrees. This is 17. This is 7. Of course, I want to find this value here. I use law of cosines. So x squared equals 17 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 17 times 7. Don't forget, law of cosines, use cosine. All right, and so we wind up getting x equals 16.02 miles. All right, number 4, the ox is 50 miles due west of the Ixoi. Okay, so this is the ox and this is the Ixoi. They want to meet at point C. The ox travels, oh, this is 50. The ox travels on a bearing of 60 degrees. So 60 degrees. The Ixoi travels on a bearing of 320 degrees. Okay, just like your homework or your note sheet. How far do the ox have to travel to meet the Ixoi? So they met here at this point right here, right? You guys agree with that? So I'm really looking for this value here. I'm looking for x. Well, it's nice when it says due west because you know this is a right angle. So that means this angle is going to be 90 minus 60 or 30 degrees. That's pretty easy. And then remember to find this angle here, math fans, you're subtracting this part out, which is 270. So 320 minus 270 gives me 50 degrees. So that angle is 50. And so that's 80, so that means this angle is 100 degrees. Okay, so you have all your information here. Let's draw another picture. 30, 50, 100 degrees, and this is 50 miles, and I'm looking for x. So, of course, we're going to use law of sines. So you got 50 over sine of 100 equals x over sine of 50. And so you cross multiply, and you get 38.8 miles. 38.9, sorry. 38.9 miles. Okay. Okay, back page. The ox leaves A and travels at a bearing of 30 degrees for 50 minutes. Then the ox changes directions and travels at a bearing of 45 degrees for, or it's 50 kilometers, and then for 80 kilometers. So again, this is just like the one you guys had in your notes. First of all, we're leaving A, and we're traveling 30 degrees. And that's 50. And then you switch directions, so let's make this a little bit farther. And then it's going this way, this a little bit more, so it's 45 degrees. All right? And that distance is 80 kilometers. So this is what we're finding here. We're looking for this distance right here. Okay? And it's a matter of, if that's 30, you know this is 30, right? Alternate interior. And if that's 80, I'm sorry, this is 45. Do you guys agree the rest of this is 180 minus 45? Okay, which is 135. So that part is 135. If I add that together, this whole thing, then I get 135 plus 130 is 165. Okay? And that's it. That's it. We have our triangle. So let's draw it. We got this, this, this. So this is, what, 50, 80, and 165 degrees, and you're looking for x. So we do x squared equals 80 squared plus 50 squared minus 2 times 80 times 50 cosine of 165. So x comes out to be 128.95 kilometers. All right, number 6, the ox and the Ixoi are 80 kilometers apart on an east-west line. So this is 80, and this is the ox and the Ixoi. The ox walks at a bearing of 105 degrees. So that's a little bit down this way, because a little bit more than 90, so it's 105. Woo, 105, scary. To get to point A, from A, so we're going to draw another dotted line, the yachts walks at a bearing of 25 degrees to meet the XOI. So this is 25 degrees. All right? And they want to know how far was the axis original position from A, and this was point A. So I'm looking for this side right here. This guy right here. Okay? So what we're going to do is a couple different things here. A lot of different ways to do this. Here, this is right a little bit better. This is our 25 degrees. Do you guys agree that, let me mark this, that this angle right here and this angle right here, do you guys agree that those are supplementary because they're same side interior? So if this original guy right here is 105, then 180 minus 105 is going to be 75. So this angle is 75 degrees here. And this is already 25. So so I've got, oh, and I didn't put the, oh, I said that was 80 on top. All right, so the 75 and 25 is 100 degrees. It's a little messy, sorry. 100 degrees. And of course, being this is an east-west line, if this is 105 degrees right here, do you guys agree that, I can change the color one more time here, do you guys agree that this angle right here is just 90 minus 105 or 15 degrees? So truly my drawing here is this, 15 degrees, 100 degrees, and of course 180 minus those two angles is 65 degrees, and then this is 80 on top. And then of course I use law of sines. Okay, so I get x equals 73.6 kilometers. Okay, number 7, the yacht leaves point A and travels on a bearing of 100 degrees. So again, let's start out here. Going down here, this is 100 degrees. And it's 70 kilometers. Changes course and travels at 275. So it's a little bit up like that. So 275 degrees for 40 kilometers. Okay, and it says the yacht wants to leave and go back home on a straight path. So I'm looking for this distance right here. And what you need to realize, a couple things. If see this 100 degrees right here? If this is 100 degrees, what is, we have a couple different things here. What is this angle right here? Well, aren't these same side interior again? So isn't that just going to be 80 degrees? So in order to find out this little angle right here, right, this angle, I do 360 minus the 80 minus the 275. So that angle comes out to be 5 degrees. So your new picture, math fans, is just this. Oops, it goes out a little bit like this. And we have x is what I'm looking for. I have this is 5 degrees. This is 70, and this is 40. So it's just law of cosines. X squared equals 70 squared plus 40 squared minus 2 times 70, 40 cosine of 5 degrees. So x comes out to be 30.4 kilometers, or kerfometers. All right, last problem. The yacht is west of the XOI. So this is the yacht and the XOI. The yacht leaves point A and walks for 12 kilometers on a bearing of 110. So goes down this, and this is 110. And XOI leaves at point B and walks at 230. So something like that, 230. Oh wait, so this is 12 miles here, okay? And they meet together. How far are point A and B, which is this? This is A and this is B. How far away they're apart? So let's put an X there. All right. So a couple things I can figure out from here is this is 110 degrees. This is an east-west line, so this is going to be 90 minus 1 from 110 is 20 degrees. And that's 230. And the rest of the way, remember, you say basically 270 minus 230. Okay, that would just give me this part right here, and that's 40 degrees. So now I have the rest of this. I have 20 and that's 40. So I can say this angle down here then is 120 degrees, right? So here's my picture real quickly. And 20, 40, and 120. And this is x. And this is 12. So I'm just going to use law of sines. 12 over sine of 40 equals x over sine of 120. And so I get x equals 16.2 miles. All right? That's it, math fans. Those are all the application problems. So hopefully you guys did well and are ready for the application problems of the test. All right? Have an outstanding day. Adios, math fans. Goodbye.